one betrayal can destroy a nation. Not bombs, not armies, just one trusted person turning into your enemy. Because the most dangerous attack is the one that comes from inside the walls. A king signs a document, and the country is finished. A general opens a gate, and thousands die. A friend whispers, "I'm with you," then stabs you in the back. And the scariest part? Betrayal doesn't look like hate. It looks like loyalty. It looks like a smile. History proves one brutal truth. Empires don't fall from the outside. They rot from the inside. Today you will see 10 of the biggest betrayals in history. And trust me, the number 1 betrayal changed the world forever. Number 10, a hero turned into a traitor. Benedict Arnold. Benedict Arnold was once a hero of the American Revolution. He fought hard, won battles, and was respected. But then, he became one of the most famous traitors in history. Arnold secretly made a deal with the British. He planned to surrender a key American fortress, West Point, in exchange for money and power. If his plan had succeeded, the war could have changed completely. But the betrayal was exposed at the last moment. Arnold escaped, joined the British, and his name became a warning. In America, even today, Benedict Arnold means just one thing: a traitor. Number 9, a betrayal that shocked the entire Roman Empire. Brutus betrayed Julius Caesar. Julius Caesar wasn't just a powerful leader. He was loved by many people. And one of the men closest to him was Marcus Brutus. Caesar trusted Brutus deeply. Some say he treated him almost like family. But in 44 BC, a group of senators feared Caesar was becoming too powerful. So they planned an assassination. Caesar was surrounded inside the Senate and stabbed again and again. But the most painful moment wasn't the knives. It was seeing Brutus among them. Because betrayal doesn't hurt when it comes from enemies. It hurts when it comes from the person you trusted the most. That's why this moment became one of the most famous betrayals in history. Number 8, the most legendary trap in history. The Trojan horse betrayed Troy. Troy believed the war was finally over. After years of fighting, the Greek army suddenly disappeared, leaving behind a giant wooden horse as a gift. The people of Troy celebrated. They pulled the horse inside their city walls. But it wasn't a gift. It was a weapon. Inside the horse were Greek soldiers hiding in silence. That night they climbed out, opened the city gates, and the Greek army returned. Troy didn't fall because it was weak. It fell because it trusted the wrong sign. And that's why even today the term Trojan horse means one thing: a gift that hides betrayal. Number 7, one traitor who changed an entire war. Ephialtes betrayed Sparta at Thermopylae. Thermopylae is remembered as one of the greatest last stands in history. A small Spartan force held a narrow mountain pass against the massive Persian army. For days the Spartans resisted, because the pass was too tight for the Persians to surround them. But then, one man sold the secret. A Greek named Ephialtes revealed a hidden mountain path that went around the Spartan position. He didn't defeat them with strength. He defeated them with information. That night the Persians used the path and surrounded the Spartans from behind. This is why Thermopylae became legendary. Not only for courage, but as proof that one betrayal is enough to break the strongest defense. Number 6, the deadliest betrayal is inside the family. Harold versus Tostig. In 1066, England was already under pressure. Enemies were watching from the outside, but the real danger came from within. King Harold Godwinson faced a betrayal from his own brother Tostig. Tostig had lost power and wanted it back at any cost. Instead of protecting his homeland, he teamed up with foreign enemies. He returned with an invading army, not to defend England, but to take the throne. This forced Harold to fight on multiple fronts. And when a nation is divided from the inside, it becomes weak. Because betrayal inside a family doesn't just break trust, it breaks the entire country. Number 5, they were heroes, until a king wanted their money. The Knights Templar were betrayed by King Philip IV of France. The Knights Templar were one of the most powerful groups in medieval Europe. They were feared warriors and trusted protectors, but they also became incredibly rich. They owned land, castles, and even helped run early banking systems. That power made kings nervous, especially King Philip IV of France, who was deeply in debt. So Philip did something brutal. He turned on the Templars, accused them of crimes, and ordered mass arrests. Many were tortured, many were executed, and their wealth was seized. This wasn't justice, It was betrayal for money, power, and control. Number 4. She became a queen, and then became a target. Anne Boleyn was betrayed by King Henry VIII. Anne Boleyn's story is one of the coldest betrayals in royal history. She rose from the king's court to become Queen of England, but power in a royal palace is never safe. King Henry VIII wanted a male heir, and when Anne didn't give him the son he wanted, everything changed. Suddenly, the woman he once loved became dangerous to him. Anne was accused of crimes, including betrayal and adultery. Many historians believe the charges were political, designed to remove her. She was arrested, imprisoned in the Tower of London, and executed. Her crown didn't protect her. It trapped her. And in the end, the king who promised love chose betrayal. Number 3. An empire didn't fall by force. It fell because of betrayal and deception. The Inca Empire ruled millions of people across the Andes. They were powerful, organized, and feared. But when the Spanish arrived, the Incas weren't destroyed by a stronger army. They were destroyed by strategy. The Spanish used lies, negotiations, and betrayal to create chaos inside the empire. They captured leaders, turned groups against each other, and made people doubt who to trust. And once trust is broken, an empire becomes weak. Because betrayal doesn't need 1,000 soldiers. Sometimes it only needs one moment and one lie. That's why the Inca Empire became one of history's biggest examples of a nation collapsing from the inside. Number 2. One of the greatest cities in history didn't fall only to an enemy. It fell because the inside was already broken. Constantinople was the heart of an empire. For centuries, its walls were almost impossible to break. But in the final days, the city was weak, not just from the outside, but from the inside. There was division, mistrust, political conflict, and desperate decisions. People argued instead of uniting. And when a city loses unity, it loses its defense. In 1453, the Ottomans attacked. The walls were strong, but the empire behind them wasn't. Because the real death of an empire starts before the battle. It starts when trust disappears. And Constantinople proves one brutal truth. The strongest walls mean nothing if betrayal is inside. Number 1. The most infamous betrayal in human history. Judas betrayed Jesus. Judas wasn't an enemy. He wasn't a stranger. He was close, trusted, one of the disciples. But in the darkest moment, Judas made a deal. For 30 pieces of silver, he agreed to betray Jesus. And the betrayal wasn't loud. It wasn't a battle. It was a kiss. That kiss became a signal, a simple way to identify Jesus in the crowd. A moment that looked like love, but was actually betrayal. That's why this story is remembered forever. Because the most painful betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from someone who knows you, stands beside you, and still chooses to destroy you. And that's the terrifying truth about history. Empires don't always fall to armies. Sometimes they fall to one betrayal. Which betrayal shocked you the most? Comment your answer below. And if you want more dark, unbelievable history facts, subscribe to FactStorm.